Slurpy derp, my G's. Hope you guys are doing well. Today is Monday. Hope you have a great start to your week. I've just got a little tutorial today for Vital again, a very nice Neurofunk bass tone and hopefully a little bit of inspiration. I'm going to try and keep this one short and sweet and just show you exactly what I've done to create this cool sound here. So I think it's got a really nice tone on it, and it's a little bit similar to one I made recently, but slightly better. But there's something that I've been doing a lot and playing around with recently, and it's the sort of formula that I'm going for, is to use 3 sine waves and to distort them quite heavily and to really play around with the pitch of all of them and make the pitch a bit kind of random, essentially. So sort of randomly pitching sine waves and smashing them with distortion is my technique. So let's start the basics. We'll start off with a -24 and a little bit of sort of off the grid pitching at -15, and then we'll come on with another one here, which is going to be -8. And this is all a bit quiet, I think, because my LFO tool is still on. So there we go. Right. -24, one at -8. And then this one is going to FM just a little bit from Oscillator 2 into Oscillator 1. Just a tiny bit. You'll hear the difference more when the distortion's turned on. Oscillator 3 is going to be +7 and a little bit of extra off-the-grid pitching at +7. And this one, I'm going to put that on the unison. But when I'm designing these, I'm already starting with the distortion on. So I've tested a few modes. And so you can run through different modes. But I've just chosen the sine fold one. So if we go back now, you'll notice it does make quite a nice little difference to the tone when you add that FM back on there. Alright, so now we're going to do a little bit of white noise, just a few percent here. Just to make it like slightly more natural feeling. And then we're going to add on a filter here. This filter is going to come before the distortion, and it makes obviously quite a big difference. And it's sort of around about 300 hertz, and it's the phaser positive filter. All I've got on the movement is just one LFO, and it's just a simple 1/4 dotted triangle pattern, and it's just going to give a bit of movement to a few things. And there's a LFO2 controlling the phase of LFO1, so the triangle movement is going to be slightly varied, just with this saw down 1/2. So just track that over to the phase here of LFO1 and turn it up all the way. And next we're going to continue to improve the tone with a bit of filtering. So this is a low pass filter that we're doing just on the 3rd oscillator here, which is at +7. Just a little bit of movement on that. And we're going to run this this middle sine wave here, this -8 one, through a phaser negative filter, oscillator 2. And that's got a bit of movement on here too. That really helps to sort of finalize the main sort of tone for the sound there. Yeah, the glide is up nice and long as well here. The voice is set to 1. And that's basically that main section. And then literally just chorusing the sound after the distortion. I like to do that after usually. 16 voices, nice slow frequency. Tweaking the depth and delays and just mixing in a bit here. Nice balance between mono power and stereo enhancements. And then the compressor slammed the attack up and the release down to activate this sort of high-end saturation mode that it sort of does, and then mixing that in. so that really increases the volume drastically and brings out the details in the high end a lot. Then a little bit of flanging for fun, pretty much, just a bit of variation in the kind of pitch. Haven't really tweaked the settings, I've just turned the mix down very low. And similar for the phaser as well, I've sort of taken the offset off so it's not so stereoed of an effect, and then I've just mixed it in a tiny bit on the LFO. Just for a bit of extra variation. That's basically it for that one. I really, really like it though, because it just sounds, it has like a really cool neurofunk kind of tone to it. Quite vowely, a bit sort of humanistic sounding. And it's got a nice movement on and everything, but this is one that, I've made pretty quickly, but I already got to that point where I thought it's finished in Vital. If I had more modulation options, I'd continue going, but at this point I'd probably call it a day and continue to post-process it afterwards with some more filtering and do some more stuff with it. But the tone that we've got to work with this method, particularly when you really experiment with the pitching of your sine waves, it's very, very simple wave shapes, but because of the nature of the distortion and the way that we filter things before the distortion, it really, really changes the tone, and you have so many options just by playing with the different pitches and then running them through into that distortion. You can use that method to generate a whole host of different textures and timbres. So yeah, it's the triple sine wave bass distortion method for neurofunk basses. I haven't thought of a name yet. What should I name this one? Let's name it like the triple slammer or something like that. Probably feature it on a upcoming preset pack. I might do some more sort of mastering tweaks to it. Here, especially the just playing with this detune a kind of amount here on the voicing of the third one. You can really, I could definitely track that to a macro, and then you could have a nice amount of control of the kind of speed of the sound, that kind of main wobble that's on there. Because that's a really, really cool characteristic of this one. But yeah, there you go. It's not too difficult to make, to be honest with you. Just, being a bit experimental with the pitching of the sine waves, and then choosing a cool distortion to run them through, and a little bit of tweaking here and there. And Bob is your proverbial uncle. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a great start to your week, and much love, my G's. Peace out.